of the major challenge that people make when making their peanut is reducing the amount of egg and also getting the perfect peanut at the end of the day. It's a bit of a challenge. I'm going to show you a trick whereby you use less egg and get a perfect peanut or coated peanut at the end of the day. Now, this is my warm water. I'm going to be adding half tablespoon of salt. Now, do not use more than half tablespoon of salt. I'm using 2.5 cup of peanuts or 500 grams of peanuts. I'm going to mix with my spatula until the salt is fully combined. Make sure you mix and keep stirring. Once you notice that the salt has fully dissolved into the warm water, go on now to add in your peanuts. I would advise that you test your water. If it is too salty, my dear, add more warm water. If it is just okay, then add in your peanuts. I'm going to stir my peanuts and cover for no more than 15 minutes. Do not leave your peanuts too soft, too long in the warm water, because it will absorb the water and it will take longer for it to dry. I just left mine for like 15 minutes. For me, it is okay because since the water is warm, the peanut will absorb the salt water mixture faster because it is with warm water. So I'm going to strain. Now in the UK, sun is luxury. You will hardly find sun in the UK. I'm just going to strain and allow the whole water to drain. Once it is fully drained, I'm going to heat this thing up in my oven for it to dry fast. Because of this recipe I'm making and I do not have much time, I cannot wait for the day that sun will come out. It may come out 2 weeks time, it may come out 2 days time. You really can't predict when it will be sunny. So I'm just going to strain the water. I'm going to use my parchment paper and spread my peanuts. Sorry, I do not have a wide tray, but if you have a wider tray, please make use of it. And just spread my peanut butter on my parchment paper and heat up my oven and place my peanut there. If you are heating up your oven, do not heat your oven for more than 10 to 15 minutes. Turn it off and leave your peanut there. It will dry gradually for like 30 minutes. Take it out. So now I'm spreading my peanuts with my fingers. Then I'm going to pop it into the oven. Don't leave it for too long because you are not frying your peanut. Neither are you baking it. You just want it to dry. Now this is my flour. I'm using 2 cups of flour for this recipe and half teaspoon of baking powder. Just half teaspoon of baking powder, no more than that. You do not need too much baking powder for your peanuts. I'm using 2 eggs likewise. Because I want my peanut burger to taste flavorful, I'm going to add half cupful of my vanilla essence. You can use strawberry, you can use butterscotch flavor, whatever flavor you wish to use, just make do with it. Then or you can even decide not to add any flavor at all. You're fine. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of sugar into my egg mix, and I'm going to mix until the sugar fully dissolves in my eggs. Then I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to go on now to check my peanuts. You can see it is dried. It is fully dried in my oven. After heating up my oven for like 10 to 15 minutes, I turned it off, placed my peanut there to dry, and my peanut is dried. So now we are going now to the full process. If this is your first time of stopping by my channel, you're so welcome. If you've been here before, good to have you here once again. If you haven't subscribed to Debbie's Kitchen, do subscribe, do like and share. Thumbs up this video and tell me what you think about this trick. I'm going to be telling you the mistake I made here and where you can avoid such kind of mistake and get the perfect peanut. For me, I am very real. I do not know it all. I can learn from you and you can learn from me. So I decided to try this method and it was perfect. It will help you use less egg. You are going to be needing a sieve, you're going to be needing a brush, and you're going to be needing your eggs. Now this is my mixed egg that is mixed with sugar. I'm going to brush it into my peanuts. What this will do, that this will spread your egg mix. Instead of you just pouring your egg or pouring too much of your egg to one part of your bowl of peanuts, the brush will spread it evenly. So after spreading it at the top of the peanut on top, I'm going to now stir and not to spread on the peanut beneath it that the egg did not get to. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to do that and swirl. After doing this, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to now add in my flour. The way people pour their flour into their peanuts, I used to ask myself that will the flour really go round? So now this is after mixing it. I've made sure that the egg has gone round. I'm going to now scoop a little bit of my flour and put it in my peanut while using my sieve. Now using my sieve to dust my flour into the peanut is going to further help my flour to go round the peanuts and make it easy for me to swirl. Because the flour has already gone round already, it will swirl easily. Now, the mistake I made here is that I was using a deep bowl. For this recipe, you need a deep and a wide bowl. I have a deep bowl, but my bowl wasn't so wide. If you're making your own peanut butter, please make sure your bowl is both deep and wide. If you do not have a deep and a wide bowl, or you have this size of bowl that I have, divide your peanuts into 2 or 3 batches and make them, and you have to do them in batches, like 2 or 3 batches. This will help the egg to fully spread and help you to swirl better and help your peanut burger to be fully coated or even fully coated better. I didn't divide my peanut because I do not have time because of this recipe, but I'm telling you so that you will get a perfect peanut. And with this trick, I guess your peanuts will come out even better than mine. So I'm going to just brush again with the egg, swirl, brush again with the egg, go back and sieve my flour into the peanuts and keep swirling and swirling until I exhaust my flour. I did not use more than 2 cups of flour. I feel 2 cups of flour is enough for 2.5 cups of peanuts. You do not need too much flour. You want to make as much profit as you can. So I'm going to continue this process. Just keep going with this process until I have exhausted my flour. If you have watched to this point, I want you to thumbs up this video, do like and share. I want you to tell me what you think about this recipe. Now, after going on with the process for a while, definitely some of your peanuts will get stuck together. So you're going to just look at them, separate them from the ones that are stuck together, and continue swirling until you have exhausted your flour. Now, this is my sieve. I'm just going to now add in my peanut because my bowl is deep and it does not have much space. As I said, I had lots of flour at the bottom, so I had to sieve. So I'm sieving the flour out and also swirling to help my peanut to be fully coated until I got all the flour out of the sieve. This is what I got out. You can sieve this flour, keep it and use it for your next batch or your next recipe. Now we are going on now to fry. So if you look at the side of the screen, you're going to see the amounts of egg that was left at the end of this recipe. So you can see you still have eggs left and you can even use it for another batch of peanuts. You may not need much egg, so you make another batch of peanuts. Once your oil or your skewer is bubbling slightly, you're going to go on now to adding your peanuts gradually. Please do not overcrowd your oil. Add your peanut burger in bits to make sure that they do not get absorb excess oil, and you're going to stir. I love this. My sieve is so small and handy, as if it's just perfect for peanuts. So I'm just going to keep stirring until I get this even golden, slightly golden brown look. Once your peanut is slightly golden brown, start taking it out of the oil because you do not want it to start getting burnt. As you keep frying, it's going to get burnt as you keep taking them out gradually. So that's for that. We are done, and this is our peanut burger. It did not look so smooth, but do not worry. Since you are swirling with your hand, you may not get a very perfect coated peanut, but you will like what you get at the end of the day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do like, share, and subscribe, and see you next time. And tell me what you think about this recipe. Bye bye. Good to have you here. See you next time.